Hey, I'm Michael Eckstein. I'm the man behind the curtain. The keyboard, I guess. The computer monitor? I don't know. I didn't think of a good segue. We're kind of doing this off the cuff right now. So we're just going to jump into the story, and that's a thing, right? So a few years ago, I was at a presentation, and I was in the back of the room talking to another accountant, and we do the thing you kind of do when you bump into colleagues. And how did you get into the business? Where's your business located? What kind of clients do you have? And then eventually you get to complaints, right? We can call it swapping stories, but it's complaints. Let's be honest with ourselves. And she was complaining about a recent situation she had. She had a new client come on board. He loved the service. It was great. And, she was a good accountant, don't get me wrong, or is a good accountant. And he referred a whole lot of business to her. And as a thank you, she gave him a discount. The problem is that she didn't go about the discount the best way she could have. So let's say, for example, his invoice was $300. Instead of sending him a $300 invoice with a $150 discount on it, she just sent a $150 discounted invoice. So on her end, she felt like she was doing something nice, but he didn't interpret it that way. It's kind of like, when you say things in real life, it's not so much what your intent is, it's how people interpret your words. The same thing with this invoice, right? The way he interpreted the invoice was he had received a $150 invoice, but all his friends and family had received $300 invoices. So the accountant thought she was giving a discount, but he thought that she was ripping off all of his friends and family, right? And it created a big problem and a lot of blowout and a lot of headache. And there's really a few lessons that we can take away from this story, right? The first one is that invoices are a type of communication, right? It doesn't feel like it. We kind of forget it is. And with all forms of communication, there's both the literal meaning the things that are written on the invoice, the logo, the name, the address, the prices, and just kind of connotation and things you can take out of it, right? That aren't necessarily written there. For example, levels of professionalism, what they could have possibly meant, stuff like that, right? And it's important to know what message you're really conveying with your invoice and to be very careful with it, right? And the second thing is to discount things properly. So, for example, this example, I would say the correct way to have done it would be to have the full price listed on the invoice, the $300, and then underneath say $150 referral discount, right? That way they know what the full price was and they know they were lucky enough to receive a discount, right? And it helps clear up miscommunication, right? I would also take it a step further, and there's usually a notes section in all invoices. Most invoicing software has it. And if there isn't, you can include a cover letter or with the email you send, however, and say, this discount is for the referrals. Thank you so much. I'm so appreciative, right? Gets the message across, helps connect the dots why they got the discount, And then underneath, and I'm no lawyer, I don't know if this would help you if you ever got sued, but I think it helps communicate true meaning and stuff like that. I would also add current discounts do not guarantee future discounts because inevitably, if they become a return client in the future, when they get an invoice, they're going to ask, where's my discount? Or not ask, they're going to wonder. And now you're kind of clearing up that miscommunication ahead of time, right? So, yeah, that's the main takeaway. All right, those are the main two lessons here, right? If you like this, let me know. Drop a comment underneath. Let me know because I'm trying to figure out, do I want to go through the effort of doing these every week and doing all the editing? Editing is very, time consuming. I wouldn't know. I haven't edited this yet, right? And the second thing is, if you like this video is actually based on an email I sent a year ago to my newsletter. That's right. My lucky subscribers learned about this a year ago, and you had to wait until I stopped being lazy and recorded this. So if you want to not wait a year to learn smart things, you should join the best damn small business newsletter on the internet, according to my mother, that left me reviews, right? So link in the comments. Yeah, let me know. I don't really have a sign off. This has been very poorly planned. I know Pickles does finger guns, pew pew. I can't use that. Anyway, bye.